All right, so I'm hanging out with Len and Marie, and you folks are basically my neighbors down in Virginia Beach.
Yep,
And you're back to visit us. This is the second round of using the technology. And Len, you're doing it to kind of help recover from a stroke that you had.
that's right.
How you feeling?
I I feel great now. It it's really it's really doing it.
It's really, and I know Marie, you've seen a lot of progress. Right now, you're actually sitting in the Phiray system. This is probably one of the best technologies that we've got right here, and it's a dual tube plasma system. Anybody watching can get more information on that. But Marie, tell us a little bit about what you've seen as far as the recovery for Len and how he's doing with, the sessions that he's been using here at our center.
Yes, I've noticed since we use that wand, what is it called?
The Terahertz Wand.
Yes, because his right toes curl up, I noticed that he's more stable on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
I spent quite a while on it when we first tried it on his foot,
Right.
and I've noticed that he's a lot more stable on his feet when he's walking. With the cane,
Mm-hmm.
I feel more confident that I can walk ahead of him and not have to hold his hand,
Mm-hmm.
and he can catch up with me at his rate. And with regard to his hand, I've noticed because it wants to curl up, the right hand wants to curl up, and we did the wand on the hand. That's why he wanted to buy it, because we could instantly see a difference, because at nighttime it will curl up and I force it flat down and I'll put my weight on it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now I'm not having to do that, because it's hard for me to go to sleep if I'm putting weight on his hand to keep
Yeah.
it, stretched out.
Yeah.
Because I know if he keeps it like that, the tendons will shrink,
Mhm.
and then it always wants to be like that.
Mhm.
So that's important to have that hand open and closing like that, and we will do anything to his advantage to accomplish such.
Yeah.
And that's why he purchased that, because he felt that instantly it was helping.
And Christina said that you're also using the red light mitten,
Yes, the red light mitten
and then there's a red light shoulder piece that he's been
shoulder.
wearing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
for the
another
cape
one. There's
and-
another one that'll.
for the
There's-
chest that she mentioned. Yes.
Oh yeah, and Len, how do you like those?
I think they're good.
Yeah.
They don't bother him, the light, like on the table like that. He's
Yeah.
not sensitive. I know a lot of people that are taking medication for epilepsy.
Mhm.
That would bother them. The lights bother them.
Yeah.
But I have a wolf bed at home that he likes to lay on that he shouldn't. But he's used to the lights like that. It doesn't bother him.
That's awesome.
And the more you can do it, the more advantageous it is to recovery.
Hmm. I know that you had also talked about after the first time Len was here that you noticed improvements in speech.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that as he notices improvements, he stays more calmer, because he's had such a time trying to articulate since his stroke, which will be 3 years in October the 12th. But when he sees himself improving, whether it be in his hand, his foot, or whatever, it puts his mind more at ease. And if he's relaxed, he can spew out a complete sentence, and he's not struggling with word finding problems. When he gets upset that he can't tell us what he wants, because he knows what he wants to say, he just
Yeah.
can't, articulate like he should, then it gives him more confidence to talk. And when he's more confident to talk, then he speaks more clearly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've noticed, where we're going down the road, like on the way back home from here, and he makes a statement that's complete, and I don't have to guess what the subject is. Usually, before he started the treatments, he would say, "Well, we could, but you don't want to, right?" And I was like, "What are we talking about?" So we play the charades. Well, we're doing that less and less now, thank goodness,
Mm-hmm.
where he can articulate much better.
I know Christina, when you came in today, noticed that Len, you were walking a lot faster and just seemed a lot more mobile. What's your thoughts on that, Len?
I do something right. It just makes it better. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just this tonight when I was going, I it it just better. It just better.
Yeah, it's definitely noticeable. And, like I, kind of was saying, this is the second time here now, but I think that, normally speaking, we're looking at 30, 60, 90, day increments to really see improvement spike. And I'm just super excited because the first couple of times being here, there's already a lot of noticeable improvement. And technologies like this Phiray system, this dual tube plasma system, are so good for regeneration. And then being able to mix it in with the celestial pod, which we've got back there, and with the multi-wave oscillators and the Terahertz wand. And then we have the plasma spheres that are in the other room where we run very specific frequency sets for, Len, we've done it for the feet, we've done it for different parts of the brain because we can focus on very specific parts of the brain and the feet and the legs and areas where there's, that we're trying to get energy to rejuvenate that so that the walk and everything is better. It's the left side. Is that the side that's
Right. The right side is compromised.
the right side's compromised? So, when we're focusing on, different parts of the body, that's, another thing that we're doing. But it's nice because you're doing, 3 days here in a row. And I really feel like those repetitive days really help a lot. And then getting really good sleep. You've been sleeping really good. And the grounding part, which is really important once you're done.
He's very faithful with that, even at home. If he can't walk on the beach like we used to, but he gets out in that yard with his beach chair and takes the shirt off and shoes and socks and sits out there and gets his grounding in at least minimum hour, whether it's sunny or cloudy. It doesn't matter.
It's so good for you. I mean, I can't put it in words. I've done so many videos and there's so much information on how powerful that is. With all that being said, Len, before we cut this video off, is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
I don't know. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I tell you.
Yeah, Marie, I know that you had basically said that you've tried quite a few different things before you found us. And I don't know what that's been like for you, but, I'm glad you're here because I really feel that this technology that we've got is some of the most cutting edge, state-of-the-art technology that's out there.
Absolutely. He has been watching this on YouTube ever since he had the stroke. But we never really thought we had a chance to experience such until we found your podcast. And I said, Lynn, he's in Richmond. Oh, my goodness, we have to go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I got on the phone with Christina and we said, impromptu trip. Here we are. Let's go. And people that don't see him every day can notice a lot more than him or I notice because we are always together.
Yeah.
Where someone will say, wow, you're making a lot of improvement if they see him maybe once a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But his articulation has done better tenfold since we've found you.
Yeah, and I've worked very closely with John Baxter, and there's basically anti-aging, where all this technology is in Orlando, Florida, and we have seen really somewhat miraculous stories coming out with people being able to get access to the technology. If anybody out there has had a stroke or recovering, or somebody, the other thing that you haven't done yet, but we're going to get here is going to be that shaker plate.
Yes.
Which, they're not that expensive, but they really help with reestablishing the neural pathways from the feet to the brain.
Yes.
And really help a lot with building back muscle mass. So we've got some information that we're going to give you where you can order one of those and get that. But, between the Phiray, which you're in right now, the celestial pod, the plasma spheres where we dial in specific frequencies, the multi-wave oscillators, the red light, the terahertz wands, and right now you're actually with the grounding sheets, although I don't think we have those plugged in. The grounding is normally best after using it. So the sheet right there is actually being used a blanket for comfort, but after it's probably not ideal to be grounded while you're actually using it. But we don't have them plugged in, so it's no big deal. But it's been a real pleasure to meet both of you. It's also really enjoyable to watch the journey and watch this recovery process. And I'm greatly appreciative for you to be here, and thank you for sharing your story.
You're welcome. Thank you. We appreciate you, Sean, more than we can say.
Yeah, God bless you.